Hello, beautiful and smart people. What's going on? Nice to see you all. Namaste, sawadee krap, annyeong, konnichiwa, bonjour. Today we will look into the fascinating story of SoundCloud and how two men changed the way we listen and share music and podcast, and how simple concepts can make a huge difference. So without any further ado, let's get started. In the August of 2007, after several discussions, meetings, and a good business plan, two Swedish men, Alexander Jung and Eric Wolfors, started a company. By 2008, they decided to launch a website and named it SoundCloud. The website was basically initiated as a social platform for aspiring musicians, mainstream artists, DJs, and podcasters. Alexander Jung was born in the UK but grew up in Sweden. He attended Stockholm University from 2001 to 2004. This proves all entrepreneurs are not mostly university dropouts. The business skills that Alexander was able to adapt with SoundCloud were first learned at SF, where he worked as a business and development producer. Jung began collaborating with Eric Wolfors, his friend, in Sweden, but moved to Berlin in 2007. But this gave a launch to the website called SoundCloud, and people started to love it. Some even described it as the email for music. Collaborating was much easier than any other social networking site at that time. In the year 2009, the company received $3.3 million from Douglas Hanson Technology Ventures. Later, by 2011, the company received investment from Index Venture and Union of $10 million. Alex also opened a base in San Francisco in 2011, and by June, SoundCloud had managed to get an impressive 5 million users.
When you join SoundCloud, one of the first things you're going to do is set up your profile.
The first step is to create a SoundCloud URL.
Your profile URL is your identity. It should be reflective of either your name as an artist or your social handles on other platforms.
I mean, your profile URL shows up everywhere, like the nature of the URL and why it's so important. It's your handle.
Your profile URL is what's actually going to show up at soundcloud.com/profile URL.
If you're like little James, like your URL shouldn't be left of center. They're not gonna relate. It just makes no sense.
Your profile URL and the handle you choose is also how other creators will find it.
Almost no successful business is without controversies and criticism. In 2017, a journalist from BuzzFeed published an article titled "The Inside Story of SoundCloud's Collapse." The article talked about how a song by a new artist, which became an instant hit on SoundCloud, was later pulled down since it sounded very familiar to a very popular singer. In spite of its glitch of 2017, at present SoundCloud seemed to follow a very ethical stand. Here's a recent report of SoundCloud compared to its competitors. Thank you for being there and watching the video till the end. What do you think? Will SoundCloud continue to be the best open audio platform for years to come? And do comment as to what I missed and should have covered. Thank you once again, and God bless you.